Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. I am covering the tragedy out of Moscow, Idaho. Four college students brutally stabbed during the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022, inside a home. Police have made no arrests. Who did it? No suspects have been named. So, one of a very powerful tool I want to share with everyone is called the Idaho Public Records Request. You can submit to Idaho officials seeking, records. And there's a process. There's a process for it. You submit it to any agency, and they have up to 3 business days to respond. And they have to legally respond. Now, there's been a lot of secrecy regarding this case in Moscow, Idaho. One of a lot of times journalists actually submit public records requests to get records, and then once they get the records, they do the reports. So the journalists are out there doing the grind work. And I submitted public records requests connected to this case or people around this case. I'm going to show you some of the examples of some records that I am seeking, and then we will discuss. So I sent this public records request to the Moscow Police Department titled Idaho Public Records Request, requesting the following open records: all police contact to the address of 1122 King Avenue, Moscow, Idaho from 1/1/2015 through 1/12/2022, including reason of contact, times and dates, and all 911 calls regarding that home between those dates. Respectfully, Jonathan Riches. I did it up to the day before the stabbings happened, and then I went back, 7 years. Here's another request I sent them. Hello, Moscow PD. This is a public records request seeking the following records: incident report, arrest affidavit, and mug shots of the individual recently arrested by Moscow police in connection with the 9/12/22 knife threat incident at the University of Idaho. Now, with this, we're hearing someone possibly is being prosecuted. Don't know if they got arrested, but maybe trying to get some information about that incident that happened. Here's another one. Seeking all records related to a police report, Moscow ID number 83843, of an incident that occurred at 3:01 a.m. 11/13/2022 around the Sigma Chi fraternity at Taylor Avenue. Respectfully, Jonathan Riches. So we've been hearing at 3:01 a.m. there was some sort of incident at the band field by the Sigma Chi, trying to get some information on that report. Here's another one. Records of all police calls, reasons, and times and dates to the Sigma Chi fraternity house, 735 Nez Pierce Drive, Moscow, ID Idaho 83843 from 1/1/2015 through 11/13/2022. Respectfully, Jonathan Riches. And I want to see if there's been any problems at this fraternity house that police were called to. And I went back 7 years. We'll see if there was anything going on at the fraternity house. Here's another one. Requesting all records the Moscow police have on Ethan Reeder, fraternity president of Sigma Chi, including all contacts, reports, times, dates, and incidents. Respectfully, Jonathan Riches. Ethan Reeder, it seems like he is the president of that fraternity, and I just want to get some information to see if police ever had any dealings with him. So these are just some of the these are just a few of the public records requests that I sent. I'm sending many more, and we'll see, what comes up of it. So hopefully they respond. They don't have to give me the records. They don't have to give anyone the records. There is exemptions that they have, but they do have to respond to me. So I'm waiting for a response, and the records that I'm seeking, particularly the house calls to the King Avenue address before the stabbings happen, they should and have to release that information. So we'll see. And when I get the information, and any information I obtain through these public records requests, I will share with all of you, trying to get answers, trying to find out what happened with this case. But if you don't know about public records requests, it's sometimes called the Freedom of Information Act. Sometimes it's called the Open Records Act. Different states have different ways to call it. You should utilize it. You should look into it. It's a very powerful tool in getting answers, and transparency is a must in this day and era. These public officials should be held accountable, and you should be able to know what they're doing at all times and what they're doing with your tax-paying money. So the more you know. Everyone be safe, praying that whoever did this gets caught very, very soon, praying for the community. Everyone be safe. God bless.